Okay, we're on part two of does an addition, or how much does an addition count as far as value. This is a situation in Greater Baton Rouge. Yeah, this was about a $250,000 house, $250,000 neighborhood, and they had a $45,000 pool, which was not a wise investment. And they had this right here, this $15,000 sunroom, which was not under roof. This right here is not under roof, which right there tells you that it's going to have a lower value. But as we go in, it had the sunroom type deals, and this was one of those situations where the sunroom guy had talked them into doing this, telling them they were going to add, you know, twice the value to their home and as a cost and different things like that. And it's kind of like a pool salesman. Anyway, this was the interior of this particular area. They did not raise the slab for this particular job itself, and they scored the floors, which was nice. Over here, in behind the sofa, over here was one of those small utility type heating and cool systems, which I'm not sure really was adequate for this room. And so this right here really did not count as living area. It was not under roof. The slab was not raised, and it really didn't match the quality of the original home, and it really wasn't adequately heated and cooled. So that right there is an example of I mean, it's a nice room. It does have value. Appraisers would give this room a value, but not the same value as they would as living area. And that's where the owner is surprised and shocked that when they get the appraisal back and says, no, you know, you have 1,800 square foot, ma'am. Says, no, I don't. I have 2,300 square feet. And they don't understand exactly what the Angie standards are for square footage. So anyway, I wanted to go through several photos to, you know, show you really what an appraiser would consider living area, not living area. This right here was a home I recently did where they kind of took in the carport. There was no insulation in the walls right here. There was no heating and cooling in the room, but the owners thought it had living area, and it did not. I did not count it as living area. This right here, these are some photos I drove around and took. It's difficult for me to say whether this counted or not. It looks like they did raise the slab on this one, and it has stucco exterior. It it may very well have value, the same value. I'm not sure. Depends upon what the interior is like and if they upgraded the central heating and air. This one probably would not. They did not raise the slab. It's got some cheap wood on the outside, and it just depends on what the inside is and if they upgraded the heating and air, as far as what the extra value might be. This I don't think would add very much. Right here they didn't raise the slab. This right here definitely was not living area. This was a house I appraised, and this right here they did not raise the slab. This is a close-up right here. This is where you can see they didn't raise the slab. This is a wood wall right here, the same wood that was there when the carport was there, not drywall. There was no heating and cooling for this room whatsoever. That again is the that view. This other view. Other view right there. So as you can see, that we would not consider that living area. I gave it storage room value, maybe $10 to $15 a square foot at the most. This was one in Old Jefferson that looked like it was done correctly. You see they raised the slab right here. It has the vinyl siding to match the rest of the home, and it looked like a fairly nice addition as far as I could tell. This right here probably did not. This, I don't believe they raised the slab on this one. All they do have the clay, very expensive clay ridge tiles right here. If you can see right here on this side, basically I think it's storage because the dog runs in and out and in and out, or maybe it's a family room. but there's a dog that was out here, Chow. And over here, actually there's a huge window unit right here for the area. So we would not consider that as probably a living area, or we would, give it storage room value. This is one probably did not add much value right there. This was one on the side, took it in the carport, which looked really nice. Raised the slab, everything, so it would probably get full value. This was one that looked like it did not right there. They didn't. I'm not sure if they raised the slab or not on that. It's really difficult to tell from the hardy plank siding, but this is another one right here. They look like they did raise the slab on that one. That the appraiser had to go in and see on that one. They look like they raised a slab on that one right there, but they did throw up a window unit, so it might be given partial value. This right here isn't they didn't raise the slab on this one. Took in the 2-car carport, threw up some wood walls, so that would probably not. Same house right here. The rotten wood on the bottom is typical for these additions. Okay, let's see. This is one that was taken in. Not sure if it'd be a living area or not. This was one. Looks like they raised the slab on that one. This was brick. They went ahead and bricked it. Looks like they did this one correctly. This one's really questionable. It's a really thin vinyl siding. This one looks like it was well, and it brings up a point too. This was in a home in a subdivision where the average home was 15 to 1,600 square feet. These people might have 2,400 square feet now. So you have to understand that if you're in a subdivision where the average home is 1,600 square feet, and all of a sudden you make yours 24 to 2,600 square feet, it does not mean that you take $80 per square foot average sales price times 2,400 square feet. You're going to get less of a value for an enclosure like this, although it looks like it would count, for full value. And when I say full value, anyway, this right here looks like a pretty cheap addition. Not sure that it would help at all. Same thing here. I'm not sure about that. Looks like they did raise the slab on this one, though. Again, it's one of those things where the appraiser would have to walk in and kind of judge the overall quality. This looked like it was done pretty well on here. This one looks like they did raise the slab on it down here. Again, we'd have to walk in and find out if the interior matches. This one right here, they raised the slab. Actually, I appraised this house, and it's a fairly nice addition on the inside. So basically what when an appraiser goes in is, we're all supposed to go by the ANSI standards, realtors, appraisers, all of us. And basically the judge, as far as your addition and what value it might have, would be if the slab was raised, what quality the walls are, what does the interior of the addition match the original quality of the home itself, and the heating and air. Did they just throw up a window unit, one of those motel type units, or did they upgrade the central heating and air, which is what they're supposed to do? So I hope we've helped answer some questions as far as how appraisers view additions. If you have any questions, just email me and I will try to answer them. Thank you very much.